boys and girls, children of all ages. Today we're going to learn how to divide using the Partial Quotients Method. It's a very good way to start learning division. But I'm talking too much, so let's get into this. Alright, the first thing you need to do is draw your house form here. Your house form or your Big 7 form, whatever you want to call it, it really doesn't matter. What does matter is that your dividend is on the inside and your divisor is on the outside there. Dividend on the inside, divisor on the outside. Alright, so the first thing you want to do to take a problem like this, and what most people are going to tell you, everyone's going to tell you, start off with 24 times 10. Start with the tens place or start with the hundreds place. Now, that's a good strategy, no doubt. However, I'm not most people, and I'm not going to tell you to do that. I'm going to tell you to build some weapons. What weapons, you're probably saying, right? Come over here and let's build some weapons with me, and let me show you what I'm talking about. The first weapon I would like you to build is 24 times 1. That's it. Now, that's very easy. We know that's 24. However, if you know your patterns of 0, you know that you could add a 0 there. Now that's like 24 times 10. And now you add a 0 to your answer. And now we have 240. Okay. Now build another weapon of 24. Let's just go like times 5. That's in the middle. We had 1. Now we have 5. 20. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Now we have 120, but if I add a 0, now it's like 24 times 50. Add a 0 to my answer, and now we have 1,200. And let's just do one more weapon for fun. Let's just go 24 times, let's just go 7. So now we have a wide range of weapons. We have a 1, a 5, and a 7. That's a good range from 1 to 10. Or we could also have 10, 50, and 70, which is a good range to use. Good choice of weapons to have. So 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 2 is 16. 168, add the 0, 1,680. Okay. Now I'm going to look at these weapons here. I'm going to say which one is very good to take down this number here. We want to take down this number to as low as it can go. And if I look, it looks like this 1200 here, the 50, is going to be just about right to take this number down. It's going to get close, but as close as we can get. So let's just start off with that 50 there. So what you want to do is you want to put 50 on the outside. 24 times 50, we did it here. We know that it is now 1,200. Bam. Now you're going to subtract that bad boy, and let's see what you get here. So, 2 minus 0 is 2. 1 minus 0 is 1. 5 minus 2 is 3. Alright, so we've taken this number down pretty good. It went from 500 to just 300. I like that. Okay. Now, looking at my weapons, is there something I could use here that would get close to this 312 till we can take it down even more? If I look at this 10 here, 240. That's not bad. That's pretty close. So let's just use that 10 there. So I'm going to put 10 on the outside. 24 times 10, I did that here. I know that is 240. Now let's subtract that. 2 minus 0 is 2. 1 minus 4, I can't do that. I have to borrow from my hundredths place there. When I borrow 1, that's going to be 2. Add 1 here, and that's an 11. 11 minus 4 is 7. So now we're left with 72. Okay. Now, here is what you could do next. Look at your weapons here and see what you can take down. See what you can use to multiply times 24 to take down the number 72. As I'm looking, it looks like we're a little bit too high, okay? It's a little bit too much here. So what I would do is, some of my students, they like to use what I call the squirt gun. The squirt gun is not the most effective way, but you could use it here. The squirt gun is just you timesing it times 1. We already know that 1 times 24 is 24. So if you use squirt gun, you can use it, boom. 24 times 1 is 24. We can take it down that way. We have to borrow from our 7. It's going to be a 6. Add 1 to the 1's place. And now it is 12. So we have 6 minus 2 is 4. And 12 minus 9 is 8. Or I'm sorry, 12 minus 4 is 8. Boom. So we're left with 48. Okay. Now, you could use squirt gun again. All right. And that's just going to get you 24. But let's be a little bit smarter here. Let's think about, what about 2 quarters? How much is 2 quarters? We know that 2 quarters is 50 cents. 50 cents. So if 2 quarters is 50 cents, we don't quite have a quarter. We have 24. 25 and 25 is 50. We have 24. I'm just going to do repeated addition real quick just to make sure. 24 plus 24 is, 48. It's there right there. So this is like 24 times 2. So instead of using just 1, 1, 1, 1, we're just going to use 24 times 2 now. Let me get a different color. 24 times 2. I have that here. That's 48. And subtract that. And now we are at 0. Bam. Okay, but we're not done just yet. Partial quotient means parts of your answers. So we have to add up parts of our answers here that we have on the side. Some people like to draw a little line right here. You could. But what I like to do is just add them up. The major key for adding these up is you need to make sure that they're lined up nice and neat. Again, I always tell everybody that you want nice, clean work. As clean as possible. You don't want ugly work because you're just going to mess things up. So, look at your ones column here. 1 plus 2 is 3. Look at your tens column. 5 plus 1 is 6. So our answer is 63. Bam. There it is. There. 63. Go to circle that bad boy. So 24 goes into 1,512 63 times. And that is division using the partial quotients method.